Okay, we live in the crib, vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Veto. You already know the slogan, we vibrate higher. And today I have a special guest. But before we get started, I want to shout out our sponsors. Shout out to Roz Mushroom Coffee. If you want optimal health, make sure you click the affiliate link at the bottom of the screen. Introduce yourself to the people, my dog. What's up, bro?
How you doing, Vito, man? What's
good.
up, everybody? My name is Suchet Pierre, a.k.a. P. Guy, the Haitian Prince, representing the Haitian, American, African, and Caribbean diaspora. I'm so happy to be here on your show today, man. It's a blessing. It's an honor.
Nah, for sure, bro. So you said Haitian American.
Haitian American. I'm one of the first generation Haitian born here in the States. My father is from Haiti, Port-au-Prince, Saint to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
We have family in Petroville, on Savo, Cap-Ann. And so on this musical journey, I didn't want to forget that.
Yeah,
I want to let my listeners,
that's what's up.
And so I'm just proud to represent them, and proud to represent my American heritage and my Black heritage. I feel good.
That's what's up. So for the people who don't really know about your culture and stuff, tell us about some unique things about your culture and what you're most proud of to represent for the culture.
Well, I will start by saying Haiti was the first, or one of the first, African American cultures as well as people to gain their independence from slavery. Toussaint Louverture led that rebellion, I believe in the 18th century, and we were able to gain our independence from France.
Mm-hmm.
Haiti is probably one of the Caribbean leaders in independence. And what we're known for, or have been known for, was our sugarcane exports. We export a lot of textiles. And we're just a strong people. The food is delicious.
That's what's up.
So
bro.
if y'all like Haitian food, get you some
I
Haitian rice.
I never had any Haitian food.
Oh man, it's delicious. I'll tell you one unique thing about Haitian and Jamaican. We'll talk about the plantain. So Jamaican plantain is the banana, or it's sweet. They kind of bake it. It tastes good. But the Haitian plantain is smushed and it's fried and it's a little crunchy. Crunchy. You eat that with a Haitian dish called pickles. It's a little spice.
Mm-hmm.
Mix that with some poisson or some poulet, which is fish or chicken, and it's good, man.
Damn. So when you say mushy, like, are you like, so because plantains are really like, they look like bananas.
Exactly.
So when you say mushy, are y'all like kind of breaking it up and it's kind of like it makes like a mush, like a mashed potato?
So that's a good question. So you smash it together, you flatten it out like you would a salmon croquette.
Oh,
but it's really flat. Then you deep fry that. So when you bite into it, it's crunchy, but it's also sweet as well.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah.
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you move here though?
Man, like I say, I was born here. So I'm one of the first generation.
Okay.
Yeah, my father immigrated from Port-au-Prince.
Mm-hmm.
He came here on a scholarship for agriculture. He's a scientist. He went to. It's good questions, by the way. I don't get a chance to talk about that. But he went to UC Cal Davidson. He was a former vice president of Tuskegee University in agriculture.
Damn.
He used to go across the world to recruit students to come back to Tuskegee and teach them how to cultivate and export the land. He's also a former country director of Peace Corps under President Bush Jr. He did 2 terms with that. And he's just a great overall man, I love him. He is in his 90s this year.
Wow.
So
damn,
yeah,
90s.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's a blessing to be in your 90s.
Yeah.
He's doing something right when it comes to his health. Then
he's learned how to farm the land, so he eats all of his own food. He on the Dr. Sebi, man. He eat all his own food. Cut out a lot of meat. So whatever he eats, him and my mommy, whatever they eat, they grow it right in their backyard.
Damn. Okay. So he consumes a lot of food that he grows.
Exactly.
In terms of like drinking, what does he drink? Is it water? Is it mainly
we
water?
Say Derlot, which is water in Haiti, in Haitian or French, and he'll kill me if he saw this, but he gets the wine in. So
I mean,
red wine.
Wine. They say red wine is good if you have a balance, like like a balance, like what you're eating and stuff like that. Balanced diet.
Absolutely.
Now that's crazy. Thank you for coming to vibe with me, man. Absolutely. Everybody that sits on this couch, I have the honor to ask them this question. Now I have the honor to ask you this question.
Okay. Let's go.
Pierre.
Yes.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Whoo! I'm reaching for the stars, man. If I could own a planet, I would. If I could, become the president of the United States, if I put my mind to it, I probably will. And so if I knew I couldn't fail, man, sky's the limit for me.
sky's the limit.
I love success. I love reaching and chasing success. One of my mentors back in the day said, don't be a dreamer, be a dream chaser. Because if you dream, you don't put no work in. You just in la la land. But if you chase after those dreams, 9 times out of 10, if you have unwavering faith and belief, you'll hit those dreams.
Facts. You started in journalism at Georgia State, right?
Yeah,
and you worked with some of the major names like V103, Too Hot Radio, and Big Cat Records. Wow. Yeah. How did those experiences shape your understanding about the industry?
I'll give you the story. So when I transferred to Georgia State, I was coming from Alabama A&M on a music scholarship. I was a drum major in high school. It was right around the time. After the drum line, everybody was like, okay, band is cool. We always knew it was cool. But band was cool, and so I transferred here to Atlanta, got with Janet Jack.
Janet Jackson or Janet Jack?
Janet Jack. She was the program director.
I was about to say Janet Jackson? Okay.
She was the program director in the internship of V103 at the time.
Okay.
And I linked up with a family member of mine. Big shout out to Fats, Mon, Maceo, the whole East Atlanta, Mexico.
That's your cousin?
Now, yes, cousin through my son.
Shout out to Maceo.
Yeah, Maceo.
Maceo and his brother Marco.
They're
my guys, man.
That was with Quick Flip Records at the time.
Quick Flip.
And so I was young in the game, and so I had a chance to go to the Source Awards in Miami.
With them?
With them. It was with D-Money Records. We had a guy named Q out of the Dope Game, and we had the Blunt Rap account with Snoop Dogg. So let me be clear. Maceo is not my cousin, but
Mon is.
But Mark, who is the manager, Mark,
okay.
Mark is my cousin. So he introduced me to the team, and I went to the Source Awards as a young man, right in college, third year. And when I sat down on the floor and I got to networking with people, I said, Vito, man, these people look just like you and me. The only thing that make them big is the TV. They bleed like you and me. They eat like you and me. They regular people like you and me. And so that experience going to the Source Awards allowed me to understand that if I really put my mind to it, I could do well in this industry.
Facts. Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. You've been on both sides, media and music. What's one lesson from your time in media that helps you navigate as an artist on that side in the music industry?
Okay, that's a good question too. I would say knowing more about the business on the back end. Being a manager, artist manager, publicist, working guerrilla marketing. See, we didn't have social media.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Like that was like with the stickers. That was like when you're out there with the flyers, putting them on cars. Like every time you go out, you attack the DJs.
Attack the DJs.
Yeah, fact.
One thing that made artists back then, it made it personal. So if you giving somebody a flyer, you could talk to them. But if you giving something on Instagram, the pros is you can hit more people in less time.
Yeah, facts.
But one of the cons is, do you really make a personal connection?
It depends if they resonate with your personality. I feel like that's a great point too as well. I feel like if they resonate with your personality and they like what you're doing, when you do reach out to them and say, hey, this is other things that I do too as well, they'll be more inclined to be like, man, let me follow this dude, let me support the movement and stuff like that. But I think guerrilla marketing, and how that was displayed and how we used to do it, you know what I'm saying? I think it's nothing like that, guerrilla marketing.
Listen, if more artists, I think, use some of those tactics, maybe not the same way, but get out and touch the people, I think their success will be greater. So that's what I learned on the behind the scenes of it. I had a chance to meet a lot of people in the studio with a lot of people. Stankonia when it was around, David Banner when he was first coming up. I just had a chance to be around those people, learn and glean from them. So when I finally decided to come out as an artist, people are like, wow, man, you're so polished. I'm like, man, I can't believe it. And then I've only been an artist 6 months, man.
Damn, so you only been an artist for 6 months?
I wrote the EP. I don't want to get ahead of us, but I wrote the EP last year, starting in July. Recorded it at Cochise Diamond Cut Studios. For those you don't know, he was behind, the Young Jock, I Know You See a Record. We mixed and mastered everything in about 2 months. The EP came out January 22nd of this year.
Damn, so you fresh in the game.
Fresh in the game on the artist perspective, yeah.
That's what's up, that's what's up. Which brings me to, my next question. Street team marketing and promotion plays a huge role in breaking artists. What are some of the key strategies that you think new artists should do, but they're overlooking that strategy?
So I think what new artists are doing is some of the same things. It's just not in the streets really. A lot of you see their street teams inside the clubs. Their street teams are inside on social media, making it happen. I think if a new artist would utilize that particular skill set of galvanizing their people, their fans, their brother, their twin, all of that, and go out to the malls, strip malls, go to the hair salons, and talk to the people about the music that you're pushing, I think they'll go a long way with that. And so street team and marketing, I think they're still doing it. It just looks a little bit different than in the past.
Yeah, facts. With social media changing the way that artists promote themselves, do you see like the value in traditional street marketing too? Does that make you appreciate that more, or do you feel like you should do both?
It makes me appreciate it more is because I'm from that era.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what it's like on both sides. But I think if you have some of these young artists now, and they taking off so virally.
Facts.
So do they see the value in that? Maybe when they're trying to sell a venue, maybe they're out of town, they're going to a smaller market, and they want to touch the people. But usually, they done got viral, man. And so they can connect with somebody that's in the same community in another city just based off the music or the look, and they can connect instantly. Mm-hmm. So you gotta have a little of both, but I gotta give a shout out to the new artists, man. They have found a way that makes it easy. Out of no way.
Facts.
They breaking records, man. They breaking records. I love it. I love what they doing.
Facts. I got a slogan that I always say: purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan to you, how can you put that in your own words?
Purpose over popularity.
Yep. And how does that resonate with you too as well?
I would just add maybe one word on that if I could. Divine purpose over popularity. When you walking in your purpose, Vito, it don't matter how popular you are or unpopular you are, you're gonna make some waves because you're walking in that divine purpose. If you are meant to be an artist and you work hard enough, you'll be an artist. And people will find you. People will locate you. People will make sure that, they hear you or you want to be heard. You just gotta work. If you follow that purpose, your dream, if you working, you in that.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. But you just gotta work. Like some artists don't want to work.
Why you think that though? Why you feel like artists are getting like more so lazy and think that things are supposed to come to them like naturally, or like what I'm saying, like they have this preconceived notion that like, hey, it don't matter, I'm the shit. It's just gonna happen for me.
I think it's the lotto mindset. I'm gonna scratch off this one song, man. I'm gonna have some people on there. I'm gonna go viral and boom. It's a gamble, man. I'm gonna get 6-8 of my people. I'm gonna get the whole hood around me, man. We're gonna push this one song and hopes that it will go viral. Mm-hmm. I just think it's a lotto, man. People wanna get rich quick, and with the music industry the way it is, you can do that. You can get rich quick. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a platinum selling artist. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to go gold. You're just gonna have somebody in your community rock with you, sell some venues, get you some club shows. You can make 50,000 easy in 3 months. Easy, probably less than that if you got the right niche for what you're selling, because it's viral. So know that it ain't the long game.
Facts, it's not the long game.
But it's to get rich quick. So because next week somebody gonna be hot tomorrow. So you just gotta get
facts.
in, and then once you get in, work it, get your nice album, work it. Like Glorilla, man, she worked it.
Yeah, her album is crazy. Crazy. Man, let's talk about your alter ego, man.
Okay.
P. Gotti, man, the Haitian Prince, man. It's a blend of like your Haitian roots with a dirty South, like, twist on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? How does that influence come into like the music? How did you come up with that whole thing? It's
your boy P. Gotti, the Haitian Prince. Zoot zoot zoot. You're right. That is my alter ego. It is it's unique because even before I was into music, I've had a lot of monikers just from coming up. Whether it was Peter Publicist, Peter Promoter, Peter Dunn. No Diddy, but they used to say P. Diddy back in the day. No Diddy with that, or pause.
It's all good,
It's all good, yeah. And so I wanted to create something that was unique to me. and that was hip hop, and so I went with P Gotti. But P Gotti is the, you know, is the East Side, it's the Gresham, it's the Candler Road, it's the Candler Road Flea Market, it's the Kroger on Belvedere Plaza, it's the old Avondale Mall. Right. It's that person also combined with the Haitian roots, and then that's how we came up with this song, the Afrobeat song Rapid Fire, man. So
that's dope.
If P Gotti, when you see him coming, man, we about to have a good time.
That's hard. Being Haitian in hip hop, in like a hip hop space, do you feel the responsibility to represent your culture in a certain type of way, or do you feel you just want the music to speak for itself?
Not to put too much pressure on myself. I want the music to speak for itself.
Okay.
If you the song is Rapid Fire is the song where I'm paying tribute to my Haitian roots. It's a dancehall record. So once you hear it and you listen to it and you understand what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to bring all cultures together. Caribbean, African, Latin American, and U.S. To dance. I remember back in not too long ago, Peacock, the Royal Peacock was a dance hall.
Yeah, Peacock used to be fun, bro.
Fun.
It used to be fun. I don't know what happened to it.
You know, and I want to bring that element back. I still think there are people out there that want to dance and have a good time. It's also a great song to work out to. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I don't feel I have to save the culture, but just bring awareness to it.
Yeah, facts. Who are some of your biggest like musical influences growing up, and how have they kind of like shaped how have you shaped your sound basically around like, you know what I'm saying, what you were inspired by or influenced by?
Well, I would start with the Haitian culture. Banam T Vice is a great Haitian historical band I grew up to living in Haiti. My uncles and aunties will play that T Vice all the time. Biddy biddy bum bum. That's where I first heard that one, the Haitian rendition. And then you go Sean Paul.
Sean Paul is Haitian?
No, Sean Paul is Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
But just that Caribbean, that feel, that feel, that Caribbean feel. Another Caribbean influencer was Beanie Man. Zagazao,
right.
And so those Caribbean artists influenced me. Then we go to the hip hop man round. Tupac and Biggie, man.
Damn. Tupac
and Biggie, man, was instrumental. Fast forward, Outkast was bumping T.I. like nobody's business.
Yeah, fact.
Like he was the man, still is the man.
Fact.
Like
He's still the man.
The king of the South.
King of the South, man. Shout out to Tip.
Tip, man, Jock. And so those are some of the influences that I look at and say, you know what, man, if I can just glean a piece of those artists, combine them into some of the music, man, I think it'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. So yeah, that's what's up, bro. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when transitioning from like behind the scenes role to like being in the spotlight as an artist?
Will they believe me? Will they believe me? Will they believe my artistry? Will they believe my story? And so I think for me that's the biggest hurdle. I'm just not doing this just to do it. Those songs have been in me for a long time. I've always knew I could do this in front of the camera. I just, I needed to get behind the camera together
before I
get the longevity. So will the people believe me, man? And I'm hoping, I'm praying that they'll believe my story, my music.
Facts. A lot of artists, they struggle with balancing like the business side and creativity. How do you manage staying true to your sound while making moves in the industry too as well?
Ooh, you have to be grounded. So I had to change my outlook on how I wanted to progress in the industry. It went from, when you're a promoter and you out there pushing the artist, you can party too. You can vibe too. You can kind of do a lot of things, because all the eyes are on you. So now when I'm out, it's purpose driven. Like you say, I'm making the connections. I am not seeing people like, man, I'm trying to find ways that I can build great business connections out there, whether it's management, whether it is, promoters, marketers, and I'm understanding now man, you can't be cheap either.
Yeah, facts. Do you feel like, I mean, cause y'all, like, do you feel like you need a manager though? Cause like in this, the way that the music is going and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, you can have someone that does help you with that too as well. But like a lot of times people are like making their own ideas come to life. You know?
That is true, man. You know, and that's something I've been seesawing about in my mind.
Yeah. I feel like it's the team. You need a team.
And so yes,
you need a person that can play all roles too as well in your corner.
You hit it spot on, Vito, because that's exactly what I've been thinking about this past week, and I've been having some conversations with some people out there. But I understand you got to have a team. Like if I'm doing an in-store, if I'm going somewhere, they book me. I don't want to be I just want to come by myself.
Yeah, facts.
I need to have a family around that can help
Facts.
push the movement. So, you know, I think you hit it spot on, man. Do I need a manager? Maybe not right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when you become really, really booked and busy and you're trying to go global or regional, maybe so.
Facts. You're aiming to be like a top charting artist and a multimedia influencer, right?
Yeah.
What's your ultimate vision of your brand?
All right. The P. Gotti brand, Suchet Pierre, the Haitian Prince, is a brand for all people.
Facts.
I want to dispel the color barrier. I want to bring people together through love and dancing. Like, let's dance again. Let's have a good time again. Let's not be afraid to talk about love. My album is about love and relationships, right? So, you know, I want to give people therapy with the album. And I also want people to have a good time, man. Have fun. And I'm not here to belittle or denigrate or push violence in any way.
Yeah, facts. That's wacky anyway.
It's wacky, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't doing that no more.
Right.
But that's what I would love for people to see that in a brand. I'm really big in community. I'm a lead commissioner for Be Compelled Athletics, which is right here in Atlanta, Georgia. The director is Chris Miller. And so I have about 10 teams in the Metro Atlanta area that go to the charter schools, Kip Strive. We had about 30 coaches this past year. So I just like giving back, man, to the community, man. So they need to see that. Young brothers and sisters need to see more positivity. I think we can combine that without really selling your soul out. And doing things that, you know, we want the shock value, but it don't have to go, you know, extreme all the time. So that's what I want the brand to be.
Facts. Before we get out of here, let's talk about your EP, Bipolar Therapy. Let's talk about how, you know, the creative process came about, and let's just talk about the whole sound of the album.
Man, thank you, man. Well, the EP, you can find it right now on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube Music. It's called Bipolar Therapy, written by myself, Suchet Pierre, produced by E.Rocks and Cochise, man, and recorded at Diamond Cut Studios. And so Bipolar Therapy is just that. It is a debut album. It's only 6 tracks on there about my relationships through my life. It's no stranger. I have 4 beautiful children.
That's what's up.
With 4 beautiful mothers.
My boy is a super dad.
You feel me? And so growing up, trying to navigate, how do you be a perfect parent? How do you be a good friend through co-parenting? How do you just be yourself through that? It's ups and downs and ebb and flows. It was a lot of toxic energy. It's been some great memories. And so I want people to be able to get therapy from that. And so one of the songs, I kind of go through the songs. One of the songs is called Equals Two. It's about the very first love you feel. I don't know if you remember high school, man. You was a freshman, you saw a senior, but you was so in love, puppy dog love. Or you know, you in college and you're like, man, that's the one I want to marry. You don't know much about him, but you know, that feeling you got on the inside. And so I wrote that record. It's called Equals Two because 1 + 1 equals 2. That's the love ballad.
That's hard.
Thank you. And then the next song after that is about, well, you know, what goes up must come down. And it's called Confess. And then, you know, I've messed up in relationships a few times. I know there's some women out there, whatever you know, identify, you have messed up, done some wrong, done some mistakes. And I had to learn the hard way. And you be honest. And then when you in the wrong,
just say
own it.
Yeah, own it, bro.
Own it. And so that's Confess. Then we go to another record I wrote for our great artist named Asha Hilaire. She's a great artist. Shout out to her. I wrote a song for her. We did a duet. Cochise produced this one. It's a Denise Williams sample, free. and that's called Cosmic Girl.
Right.
So after you in a relationship, you get out of it. They say the best way to recover from it is to get back on the horse, no pause, and then get back out there and find a new love.
Yeah.
So that's what Cosmic Girl is about. You in the club with your homies, you look to the bar, she's looking bad, her friends looking bad. I just found my cosmic love.
Right. Well, hold on. So you break up, and then right after that you go.
Right after that you got.
Man, come on, bro. I see why you got 4 kids, nigga. this nigga is Energizer Bunny.
So you got to get over that.
Yeah,
that may not be the love of your life, but this person may help me get through to the other side.
I'd be like, I didn't mean to cut you off, but after relationships, man, you gotta take a little time, man. You gotta take a little,
Now I know that.
Yeah. Now I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying what I do, bro.
Take a little time, man.
Bro. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get back, because a lot of times, like when you're in relationships, you give a lot of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think about that. Like after you have empty, it's like taking a glass and pouring it down the drain. Once you empty that glass, it's like, bro, you gotta pour some more in there. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pour it back into yourself. We ain't gonna give them too much of the album, though.
Right. Y'all gotta listen to the rest.
For sure. So you said six great tracks.
6 great tracks on there. I want to shout out some collabs. Christian Nelson Music is being my songwriter. He did some vocals on there for me. Him and E-Dot on a track called Keep It Cool. It's a nice summer bop record. Of course, Rapid Fire.
That sounds gangster. I gotta listen.
You gotta listen to it, man. It's crazy Afro beat. It's gonna have you off your feet, energized.
Is it on Apple Music?
It's on Apple Music, man. Cool. It's everywhere.
So this right here, because you went old school on us, which is great. Because I think this is the nostalgia. I think I said the word right. Part of this is really cool. People don't do CDs anymore, but I feel like this is always good to give somebody something. It does have a QR code on here too, and this just means he takes time with his shit. You know what I'm saying? If you take time to go press your stuff up and put it on all digital platforms, you gotta support this guy, man, for real. So
that's your copy.
This is my copy.
That's your copy, man.
Bro, nigga, you gotta autograph this shit.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. We'll do it after.
Thank you, though.
I'll tell you this. I remember when Glorilla just came out with her last album. I saw the numbers on there. She did a lot of streams, but she also did a few thousand in hard copy CD sales. When I heard that told me that there are people still out there buying copies of the music that are hard copy, and artists out there, if you don't know, streams don't give you a lot of money. You gotta have millions of them.
You gotta have millions of it, and you also gotta have, I feel like it's like compound interest. When you put out a project, you have to continuously put out other things to drive those numbers up.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're playing a stream game, just understand that one album can do it, but the more that you revamp that project or put out some singles off of that project, shoot some videos, I feel like compound interest. It's just going to continue to just add on top of that. And then you look up and you got a whole bunch of pieces of content that added up to those numbers. And that's exactly what Glorilla did and a couple of other people did.
Sauce Walker did.
Yep.
He does a great job of that, man.
Yeah,
so with this album that I have, you can put a dollar amount on it. $1, $5, $10, $20. And that's just one hard copy piece. And it's a nostalgic, it's a keepsake. So that's why I decided to go both ways, man. I'm not trying to lose out on anything. And ironically, every time I do a live performance,
you got something to give.
Or I sell an album.
There you go.
People are buying.
There you go.
So that's some good advice out there if you're watching.
Man, look, bro, I appreciate you coming to vibe with Veto, man. Before we get up out of here, man, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
With the weight of the world on your shoulders, success at the palm of your hands, how do you respond when adversity knocks at your door?
Prayer, prayer, prayer. Prayer changes things. Prayer heals things. And my close connection with the Most High, my Father, helps me get through any and all situations that I'm faced with or going through. So, because no matter what we go through, we're going to go through some trials and tribulations. So that connection with the Most High helps me in any and all situations.
My God. Thank you for coming to vibe with me, bro.
Thank you, Veto.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Listen, man, y'all tap in. Suchet Pierre, a.k.a. P. Gotti, the Haitian Prince, is on all platforms. I'm on Instagram, Suchet Pierre. I'll spell it out for you. SUCHET Pierre. That's also on Facebook. That's also on X, formerly known as. It's also on Twitter.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
also on TikTok. So just check me out, man. I love to come to a city and perform at a venue close to you.
That's dope. Is that your real name?
That's my real name.
Oh,
man.
that's hard.
Je m'appelle Suchet Pierre Louis.
That's hard. Hey, man, it's been another episode Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher, and we gone, man. Thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you
Love.
for having me. Love. Salute.
30 minutes of pressure. Let's go.
That's dope, man.
That's
That
great.
was dope, man. That's dope.
Let me we're gonna get your pick.
Okay.
We're gonna take a pick right here, me and you.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get you to do a drop.
Okay, absolutely. Man, that was good, man. That was good. When do you anticipate the footage being released?
To be honest, bro, I got like so many interviews
I can
before
imagine,
you, bro.
I can imagine.
We just
You
did
need to stop button on that.
we did Young Dro's interview.